Hello there, Rochelle here with Dreaming English, and today I'm going to have a conversation with Arif, and he's from India, and we'll talk about the differences between the healthcare system in India and the United States. Are you ready? Let's go.
How are you doing, madam, after such a
Yeah,
long time?
it has been. I think we talked last in March, maybe.
It's almost two and a half months or 2 months approximately.
Yep, absolutely.
Well, you forget me completely, isn't it?
I have I haven't been seeing you around for a while, so
Yes, I understand. I understand. So what's going on in your YouTube journey? What's going on in your
oh,
YouTube journey?
well, I have gone live for the first time, and I'm going to go live again, so that's exciting. I was a bit nervous, but it went really well. I had a number of people that took part, and it was really good conversation. So I'm hoping that I will have even more people going live
Yes.
again on Saturday. So
Well, now in India, most of the people, they know you. They don't know Arif, but they know you.
okay, that's
Yeah.
good.
They don't know me, but they, like even lots of my subscribers, they want me to talk. They told me that I wanted to talk to Rachel and give me his number. I said, no. How can I give you without her permission? I told them that like that. That
Right,
they,
exactly.
they are very enthusiastic to talk to you. Lots
Okay.
of people.
Okay. Well, I do enjoy talking to people, but I appreciate you not giving out my WhatsApp number. That's for sure. So
Yeah. No. How can I? It should not be. It's not good. It's not good to
right.
disclose a private WhatsApp number to unknown person. It's not good. I understood.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
why I told them that she is busy, and I'll let you know later on if I'll ask the permission first of all. If she allow me, then I'll let you know the number. But
Yeah.
I didn't give them. Yeah, I understood, Rachel. I understood, madam.
Yeah.
Don't you
Yeah.
worry.
After having the conversation with you, a number of people have asked, and now I've been having conversations with all kinds of people, especially from India. And
Mm-hmm.
um, and then I've had conversations with people from somebody from Siberia and Venezuela and Colombia. So I've been really enjoying that. So it all started with you, I think.
Yeah, you started with me, but now everybody knows you. And
Yeah.
Rachel is a famous
Yeah.
celebrity in a YouTube.
Just like you said, right?
Yes, you are. Yeah, that's great. God bless you, dear. But I have one suggestion for you. Well, instead of a conversation, along with the conversation, you should make a one particular video related to a grammar, because we Indians are confused on a grammar, especially a beginner. One particular topic related to particular subject, uh, like may, can, should, would, could, may have, would have, do, did,
Okay,
does,
all those
what,
helping words, all those
helping
helping
was.
helping verbs. So when
Yes.
I think I was in seventh grade, and our teacher had us memorize it, and we said, could, would, should, will, me, might, ought to, can. I used to be able to say it like this, so fast that it sounded like another language. And he would make us say it again and again, and we would all stand up, and then whoever made a mistake had to sit down. And still, my
Mm-hmm.
friend and I that were in class together in eighth grade, we remember that shall, will, me, might, ought to, can. So those helping verbs, right?
Well,
So
you can use this tactic. You can use this tactic with us Indian people, with us exactly. That you can teach them a shortcut way to memorize those helping verbs.
yeah,
In a short term. Yes, you can have them as well.
yeah. It was almost like a song.
Yes,
You
yes,
say
yes.
it so fast, you memorize them all.
Yes. That's great. That's great. So what's going on in your schooling? Are you a teacher? Isn't it? You have told me that you are a
Yes,
teacher.
I am a teacher. I work in a school, and we are out for the summer, but I'm going to be teaching a virtual camp this summer about how to make a YouTube channel and
Mm-hmm.
how to get subscribers. So that's really exciting. My boss knows that I'm doing this YouTube channel with my daughter, and he said, well, he kind of told me, which there's a word
Mm-hmm.
for you, being like volunteered to do something, right? So
Yeah.
I'm going to be right now we have 20 students, and I have a team of 5 other people that are working with me.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's exciting. I'm like kind of making up all the different lessons, and we're going to start
Mm-hmm.
that I think July 12th, we're going to start it. But we already made we had a little meet and greet with the students, and I recorded that, and I created a new YouTube channel just for this particular program that I'm doing with the students.
I see. That's really great. It's helping. Lots of people get helping out. That's really great, Rachel.
Yeah.
And you're doing classes online or it's an offline?
It's going to be online because, we're still kind of dealing with the coronavirus. So it is online. But I think YouTube kind of works out to be online because of the fact that you kind of on a computer, or we're really teaching the students how to make it just with their phones, because most likely they might only have a cell phone. So they'll probably get started just with a cell phone. Yeah.
But as far as I know, the Mr. Biden says that, no need to wear a mask.
He did say that. He did say that, but I'm still wearing it some of the time. Like if I'm in a very crowded place, I'm wearing it. I am vaccinated, but my daughter's not vaccinated. So, I don't know. Maybe there's no need to wear a mask, but you never can be too careful probably sometimes.
Yes, you have to be careful whether you have vaccinated or not. It doesn't matter. Yeah. But, we never know. We don't know that the vaccine is related for the corona vaccine or for improving our immunity power. We don't know exactly.
Right. And we don't know with all these variants and stuff. So my daughter is still she's 12. No, she's not 12. She's 11. I should remember that, right? But in any case, she can't be vaccinated. So if I were to be able to pick it up and not get sick, but then get her sick, that would be really bad.
Yeah, it's very bad. Well, I have heard in India that for the children, they have to take 3 doses. For the adults, for young, we have it for 2 doses. For the children in India, we have 3 doses.
3 doses. Wow.
3 doses. Which vaccine you took, Rachel?
I took Moderna. There were 3 in the United States. Moderna, Pfizer, and Johnson & Johnson. And I took Moderna. What about you?
I have heard about that. The Johnson is very good vaccine.
Yeah, it's good. It's one shot. They had there's some people that had, I guess they had a rare blood clot, but it was 8 people. I don't know exactly. It was a very small amount out of 8 million doses. It was I would think you'd have a more chance of getting hit by lightning than to get that rare blood clot. And quite frankly, you have more chance of dying from coronavirus. So I would bet on taking the vaccination myself.
Yeah, that's good. But do you have a right to choose a vaccination that I want that particular vaccine? Yeah. Do you have a right to choose?
When I first got it, there were very few vaccines available. So I just chose what I first come, first serve. But now that there are more vaccines than people that want them, I think you could choose. But I didn't have a choice really. In the beginning, there was not enough. People were getting up at 4 a.m. to try to get an appointment. But now you walk into Walmart and it says walk-ins for, if you want a COVID vaccine, you can just walk into Walmart and get one. But in the beginning, around February, March, when we first started having it, you would have to wake up at 4 a.m. and get on your computer and try to get an appointment.
I see. But now it's available in a local medical store.
Yes, now you can just walk into any stores and get it.
Well, Madam, I really want to know about the American healthcare system. What happened in India? What happened in India? What happened in India? If something happened to us, government will take care of us. So 10% in Indian have 10% people have a medical insurance. Usually, we don't care about the medical insurance. If something happened to us, government is, they're accountable for our health. We have lots of facilities are available on a government hospital. Does it same in America or this is different?
No. In fact, that's what we want. That's what a lot of people want in America, but we don't have that. So there's a lot of in fact, when we had the last presidential election, not Biden, but it was Bernie Sanders that was okay, we're going to have health care for all. But that's not what we have. So I pay for health insurance through my paycheck through work. And what ends up happening is that it's really expensive and it doesn't cover everything. So every year it goes up more and more. And so what they do to make it less expensive for the health insurance is they have what's called a deductible or a copayment. So before, when I had to get something done or I needed to go to the hospital for something, maybe the health insurance covered everything. But now they say, oh, you have to pay $2,000 every year before we'll pay for if you need to have a surgery or whatever. So basically, I decide if I have something like, oh, if I sprain my ankle, I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna go to the hospital right away. I'm gonna see if it gets better because I know that I'm gonna have $2,000 payment, right?
Yeah.
So we have been fighting. A lot of people have been fighting, but what's happened is that there's the health insurance companies fight against that because they want the money, right? So they want to keep on getting that money. It's like a business. So we would love, at least I know myself and other people would love the same kind of system that you have in India and in England and in Canada, but that we have, the United States has like the best healthcare if you can afford it, right? You can go to the best hospitals ever if you can afford it. But if you can't, you're out of luck. So I'll tell you a little bit. My father's 70 and he has what's called Medicare, which is a government insurance for people that are retired. But that's not enough. So he's also a veteran from the military. So he will drive 2 hours to go to the military hospital because if he just goes to the regular hospital down the street, he's going to get a huge bill.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, that sounds not fair enough for you people. You know, you have a fantastic hospital, you have a fantastic equipment, you have a fantastic doctor, but your policies are not good. Like,
No.
We have a good doctor, but we have a fantastic facilities are available out there. Our like government help us a lot to cure whatever you happen. We have a large set of government hospitals are available. Even if I go to some private hospital, it doesn't take me a lot too much money. It's a minimum amount. It's a very very cheap amount. It's a very cheap amount for me. Even consultancy fee is only $1.
Wow.
I took my relatives one of the hospital for the delivery checkup. They took only $1 for the consultancy. Only $1, including file charges. Only look at that compared to India and America, the healthcare system I'm talking about. Only $1. I'm not kidding. Only a $1.
Wow. So I'll tell you, a couple of years ago, we were in Disney World and my daughter, like she was really tired. It was the end of the day and she walked into a pole and she got a little cut here, but it was a big enough cut that we decided, and it was late at night. So we decided we're going to go to the hospital and get stitches. Well, we were in the hospital. First of all, it was a really long wait. I think we waited 5 hours to see the doctor. And then after all said and done, I think we paid almost $500 for those stitches. $500.
$500 for stitches?
Yes, that's it. I mean, basically, they had somebody come in. I think they didn't even do, maybe they put a little bit of Novocaine. I don't know. So a little bit to kind of like, and then the stitches, and that was it. So the doctor came in. The doctor didn't even see us for 5 hours. And then we got a bill a couple weeks later for $500.
If you were in India, the charges would be a $10. Only a $10.
Yeah.
In India. Yeah.
The same thing. Like I had like So I had what was like these like kind of like a mole, but I thought it was cancerous, right? So I had a couple of these things, and I went to the skin doctor and they cut them off. They froze them off actually. After all said and done, another $500 or $600 for them to remove like 3 of these little moles, right? $500 for $500 or $600. I can't remember, basically. And so what happens, I think, is like, for me, I'm going to decide not to go to the doctors. I will bring my children because I have to be a responsible parent. But I'm like, oh, okay, I'm not going to go to the doctor if I think something's wrong until it's really wrong, because I'm afraid that I'm going to get like these huge bills.
Yeah. Well, who introduced this medical bill, medical policy in America?
Yeah. So I think it was back. I studied this before, but I think it was back in like the 30s. We used to have really good healthcare where doctors would come to your house and you wouldn't have it wouldn't take up a huge amount of your paycheck. And I think through like the last 100 years, after like somewhere between after World War I or World War II, they started to have these big insurance companies to help pay, and they set up this whole system. I'm not a 100% expert on it, but it's something like a 100-year-old system. But the problem is that it's so big, and these companies are so powerful with their money that they really will fight Congress and say, Congress, and they'll scare Americans. They'll say, well, they'll tell Americans, if you get national health care, then when you need a heart, like say you need a heart operation, you're going to have to wait 6 months, because there's going to be, like they say in Canada or in England, that if you have to have surgery, you have to be on a waiting list. That's really not that true, because I've looked into it, and people in Canada and England and such, if they need to have something, if it's needed, they're not going to wait 6 months for a heart operation. But they try to scare you that you're not going to be able to choose your doctor, or you're not going to be able to get you're going to have to be on a waiting list. So they scare Americans, and then Americans end up voting for somebody that is not going to support the national health care.
Well, in a next time, in a next election, you people should tell them that we need health care, health insurance. You need some, a government hospital as well. Some changes in the, healthcare policies.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we'll get the younger generation, like my son, who's now 17, and the younger generation, that will be able to start voting and be able to tell them that this is what we want. Because a lot of older people, like maybe they don't care, they've got money or whatever, and you have like a lot of older people that are in government that are like, there's like this, I don't remember the person that's I can't remember, these senators anyway, their average age is like in the 80s, right? And they're rich, so they don't care. And senators get government health care. They get that. So they don't really care about the people anymore. They just care about all those insurance companies giving them money, right?
Yes. Well,
so we need to get them out, and we need to get the young people to come and say, this is what we want. We want to have healthcare like they have in India and the rest of the world.
Yeah. First of all, we need to educate them that what's going on in India. Look at we have to tell them, we have to show them a comparison between Indian healthcare system and American healthcare system. How much we are paying extra money to the, insurance policy companies. We need to change this time to change. Yeah. That's great. That's great, Rachel. You are fantastic. You're doing great.
Thank you. So I'm going to go live this Saturday. So if you are, it's Saturday, same like an hour earlier than we're talking. So if you're able to join, that'd be awesome.
Saturday, really what time? What time?
It'll be well, right now it's 9 a.m. for me, so it'll be 8 a.m. for me. So I think it'll be like 5:30 for you or something p.m.
In Indian time? Are you talking about Indian time or American?
I think right now, what time is it for you?
Yeah, right now it's let me check. It's 12 to 7. It's 12 to 7. It's 12 to 7.
Okay. Well, an hour before this time for you.
Hour before.
Saturday. Yes.
Definitely. I would be there. I would be there, my dear madam.
Thank you so much.
So it's time to move on then. Thank you for having me here.
Right,
thank you for joining me. Thank you. You. God bless you. Thank you. Take care. Take you again.
All right.
Take care. Bye.
Absolutely. Bye-bye.
Oh my God. How